everything.
All right, so Jimmy Breslin, boy oh boy, he was the legend who gave voice to the city's powerless. He was known as a fighter. In honor of the Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, the Breslin family created a competition for young writers.
And joining us, we have James and Kevin Breslin, Jimmy's sons.
Hello, Jimmy's sons.
Hello,
nice
gentlemen. So nice to see you both.
Thank you.
Then, of course, we also have Nuha Dolby. And Nuha won first place in the competition.
Woo.
And we have Harper Cleese-Barron, who won third place. Welcome and congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much.
You must be so excited over the moon, right?
I am, yeah.
Absolutely.
As Ro is saying, continuing your father's legacy, you know, being impassioned, having a conscience, doing the things that take us to a higher level. You know, what this competition
writing.
means.
I mean, let's face it, writing, you don't hear a lot of people who say they want to be writers.
Exactly.
And so is this a way for you to not only keep your dad's legacy alive, but to encourage people to think about what a great art it is?
It's an art that'll help you. You know, when you look at Parkland, if you're going to use a hollow point bullet or you're going to use a verb. We decided, let's see what people could do with verbs, and we figured, let's go to public schools. Our father was out of public schools, and we thought, let's have a writing contest to honor him. He always loved young people. He said, look out, they're going to be the big voices coming out of nowhere in this city, and they'll explode with their ideas. He used to tell me, just look out, they're out there, and here they are.
Indeed. And I guess the same thought for you as well, right?
The voices came. At first, we had just a few submissions, and before the deadline for the writing award, we had hundreds.
Oh, good.
And it was exciting. The energy from the students spoke to, you know, the voices of our city now and for the future.
All right, let's hear a little bit about what you wrote.
So my piece was about, so I had an internship where I had to get off at a certain train station twice every week, and I would see this homeless man and he had a sign that said, I may as well be invisible, and it really resonated with me. And I wound up donating money to him, but the whole point of the story, it follows me, but also how people not only absolve themselves of their sins by doing like one nice thing and going, oh, I did the nice thing, I'm done, but also kind of following my journey throughout, kind of being a bystander and ignoring him to trying to do something nice, and my personal journey in that as well.
Did you actually have a dialogue with him?
I did, yeah. I talk in the piece about the dialogue we had, and it was one 10-minute conversation, and that was it, and I'd given him some money, and the ending is all about these like fantastical things he could have done with it, and then I kind of ended on, well, he probably bought food with it, and I never saw him again, and I was like, well, he probably is in the station at a different door, but I didn't bother to look for him, and I talk about like the aspects of human nature that contribute to that.
Your dad would have been
Interesting.
so proud of that.
She had one sentence. What was your great sentence about? He sees me, we don't see them.
He sees them, not see him.
He sees them, not see him.
Yes.
And our father always looked out for the people on the other side, the wounded, the downtrodden, and he didn't walk away from them. When everybody ran, he would go towards that person, just like he did and she did.
And Harper, what was your essay about?
Yeah, so my essay was about wearing really ridiculous clothes on the subway, and it was about really this
Show it
piece of
off,
clothes.
Harper.
So I call it a swan show. I kind of made up the word. It's like a sweatery poncho thing. It's pretty ridiculous. And I was wearing it on the train one day, and someone started yelling at me for wearing such kind of like ostentatious, kind of like gay clothes. And it was really about why it's important to me to wear those clothes. It's like important to feel like I'm wearing something that represents myself. It was a really empowering experience, both wearing this and writing about it.
And the bigger message, of course, for others.
Yeah, and it's not just about what you wear, it's about any way that you feel that you should express yourself. It's really important too.
Who wants to like pursue writing as, you know, a job, a career?
So something really interesting for me is that I want to go into biomedical research primarily, but my father, who does computer science research, has often told me that there's a barrier between the scientific community and a lot of the general public in terms of communication, and I think writing skills could really help that, because a lot of things that maybe the public isn't so aware of that scientists think are so obvious and so fact-based, it just isn't communicated as well, because that's like not what people tend to go for when they're reading something.
Or even the language, you know, just so far above.
No, for sure.
It's interesting because I think similarly, like, I'm really interested in doing like science, like I'm thinking about engineering or like astrophysics research. And a problem in that field today is that people have really great ideas, but they don't know how to communicate them, and that leads to big gaps between like the general population and then like these super intelligent scientists who have all these great ideas that no one understands. And so I think it's really important to me that as I go into science, if I go into science, that I will be able to communicate my ideas effectively to a bigger population, so that we don't have things like you know, flat earthers and climate change deniers, so that people really understand that science is real.
Thank you.
That's the essence of the Breslin Writing Award. We wanted kids to be able to get out an idea in any way they could. They're not news journalists yet in life, but they will be, or wherever they take it. And at our award ceremony, we made that clear. Wherever you take it, it's the mere fact that you can write a sentence or try to communicate clearly. And that was the whole thing with the Breslin Award.
Your dad would be so proud. And by the way, Robert De Niro handed out some of the awards.
Yes, he did. He cares about
he
young
did.
people.
Did we have to bleep out any of the Robert De Niro introduction that he
No,
did?
the world should be happy with a guy like Bob De Niro who came, who supports these kids, who cares about them, and he cares about the future of the city, as we all know. He's done more for New York than most people. And
He is. He
God
does
bless
a lot.
him for coming and helping us.
He does a lot. Okay, if people want to be part of the Breslin Awards, or
What do they have
maybe
to do?
next year,
Absolutely. We have a lot of people all of a sudden said, geez, I'd like to host that.
With the support of the Fund for Public Schools, which gets the word out to all of the high school seniors who want to participate for next year.
They can go to BreslinAward.com,
Okay.
and everything's there. It's great.
Fantastic. Congratulations
This was a
once again.
great thing to do.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
It was a great deal of fun.
Very
Thank you all.
inspired with these young kids.
Oh, and there were so many other ones that were great. You have no
Oh,
idea.
sure. of
And
it,
do they
yes.
get any prize money or anything?
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't know
What are you
that?
going to do with all of that?
2,500, 1,500. We gave out thousands and thousands of
That's
dollars.
great. Investing.
All the best. Education. All right, don't spend it on the ice cream we're about to show
But
you.
who doesn't love an ice cream sandwich? How about a gigantic one when we come back?
Baby, it's you, yeah.